down 21-zip. The defense has to stabilize at that point. How did you feel like you did at that point?
I thought our guys fought the entire game. I was really proud of them. As a whole, our job's to stop them, regardless of the situation, no matter what happens, where the ball is, you roll it out there. Our job's to protect every blade of grass we got, and that's what we try and do every time.
Did you feel like they did that? How did you feel like it went?
I thought they played really hard. I was very proud of our leadership, our guys, the grit, the resilience. Come out second half, I think we gave up like 31 yards, second half total, and I felt Danny was, just a consummate leader and in front of the team and keeping the guys up and playing to a standard. It doesn't matter everything else. At the end of the day, we play to a standard every time we take the field, and that's our goal. That's our mindset, and I felt like we did that.
I asked Brent earlier just about the frustrations that every time you guys defensively felt like we set them up, the offense in a good position. It over the last few games just hasn't happened, and you guys have to keep going back out there. And he said that he guarded away from just not falling into that trap. How hard is it for you as well, and maybe the leaders, to not fall into that trap of they're not doing their job and we're doing our job type of deal?
Well, we're a team. I think that's the thing that comes to my mind first. And, we didn't give them the ball one time today. Not one turnover. We punched the ball out about 3 or 4 times, and they fell right on it, on the ground on the way down. And, so in my mind, we didn't do our part to set them up for success. And that's on us. That's on me. And I feel that way from, our guys, man. We got to do a great job of setting them up for success, too. When it's a team game, and everything we do is a part of that. And so for us, there's a lot of things we can do better on our side of the ball to just continue to improve and have a chance to win.
Zach, when you're 5 minutes into the game and you're down 21-0, 2 defensive touchdowns in a short field, does that change the way you move forward in the game? Things you might call, blitzes you might call, or coverages you might call?
Not overly. There's a lot of time left in the game at that point, and we were trying to just run the game plan we had. I felt like we had a good game plan. I felt like our guys knew it and executed it well as a whole throughout the game. Certainly better in the second half than the first. And for us, I just feel that the standard of what we do and how we were going to call the game didn't really change in my mind.
As well as you guys played defensively, you guys played really well, but the Lenoris, what makes him so difficult to tackle? It felt like you guys would have him and you just kind of slid out of there. Yeah,
I think he's like 6'4", 240, and he's big, and you watch every game he's played all year, and couldn't nobody tackle him. It looked like that all the time, man. He's putting the ball like down on the ground and keeping himself up and getting out of trouble, and I think he's just a really good player, that way, and he's hard to get down because he's just strong, really strong. You see that, and so quite a few times, we're half on a block, half trying to get him, with our other arm, and you can't arm tackle him. He's going to get out of that, and you got to make sure that we have more hats to the ball and wrap up and get him on the ground.
They continue to play a bunch of players. You had like times 2 freshman corners in the game, and yet, it looks like you've got great young talent on this team. How did you feel like those young guys held up and played for you?
I thought they played well. We try and play the guys that deserve to play, and I always say that somebody's got to start. Just inevitably somebody's got to run out there first. And but a lot of times you can have multiple guys who are all starter level guys that are capable of playing for you. And so, man, if you're a guy that we feel like, man, deserves to play, whether that's 1 snap or 100 snaps, you're going to get in the game and have an opportunity. And if you play well, you get to stay. I think some of our young guys have played well. So that's obviously encouraging, just as a foundation for the team and moving forward.
This is your first year as a coach here, and things are going a little south. Recruiting becomes important. What's your message to recruits when they see sometimes the team kind of faltering a little bit?
That, this is still Oklahoma. At the end of the day, man, it's the winningest program since World War II, and 50 conference championships, most in the nation, and we've had a tremendous amount of success over time here, and that's going to continue. And though there may be choppy waters, the reality is, man, the rising tide of the SEC, man, it's going to rise all the boats, including as they come in and have an opportunity to compete. And man, you want to play the best guys in the country, come to OU, because we're going to.
This is probably the last time we'll talk to you until next week. You're going to play an Ole Miss team with a coach that's really good in lane kicking. How do you prepare a team for an offense coach for Lane Kiffin?
I mean, I got to watch them. I'm not really sure. I hadn't seen them yet. We'll have a good plan. We'll game plan them and figure out what we like, what we don't. Obviously, a great offensive mind, and have a lot of respect for his office coordinator as well. And they'll do a great job, and so do we. Got to do a great job to prepare for them. But I don't know exactly what that looks like yet. I hadn't had a chance to look at them.
Do you revel though in those kind of matchups against a guy who's thought of as highly offensively as he is?
Absolutely. I think, man, you got to love the challenge in this profession, in this business, and the game of football. Man, the challenge is the fun part. And the opportunity you have comes with that challenge to try and execute at a higher level. Outperform and outthink, out-physical, outwork people. I think that never changes, and that's probably what makes the game and what we get to do so special.
Only one true road game, the Auburn game for your defense, and you guys played well. Anxious to go on the road and see how this team performs in a true road game down at Ole Miss?
Absolutely. I mean, Auburn was rocking in there, man. That environment was impressive, and just like most of the ones in the SEC are. And so I think our guys, they'll have a great mentality, and there's nothing more fun than going to a hostile environment where everybody hates you and throwing stuff at you, and get an opportunity to go win and make them all be quiet.
Appreciate it.
Cool. Thanks, guys.